Hi everybody, I just want to give you a quick tour of how to use the groups function in Blackboard. So this is going to be specific for your TED Talks discussion groups. So over on the left you can see content and assessment. Here you have a link for TED Talks group, so click that and you should end up at a page that looks like this. So mine has that intermediate page there just because I have the teacher view and I have all of your groups on mine, but you only have one, so it should just launch you into this page here. Okay, so what does this tell you? It tells you what you need to do. I have an example here, and this example is an excellent one. I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times. It's about the power of positive thinking, so not math related really at all. But he is hilarious. He's, I think he's a developmental psychologist, and he's just so funny, and his ideas are so good. So I really enjoyed watching it, which is kind of what prompted all of this. And so over the course of the term or whenever you'd like. So as long as you're meeting the deadlines, I'm happy, but you can get them in ahead of time. If that works best for you and your group, that's no big deal. So over the course of the term, you're going to watch 4 TED Talks, less than, 10 to 20 minutes. Don't pick the hour ones unless you're super interested and your whole group is okay with that. And you're going to watch the videos and discuss things about them. So if you're the leader, so here's the rules down here. If you're the leader, you're going to pick the TED Talk. So you're going to go to TED.com or you're going to go to YouTube. You can also use TEDx Talks, which are TED Talks that are done by institutions and universities. So you can do TED or TEDx, so go to TED.com or YouTube, and you're going to pick a video, something of interest to you. So, developmental stuff, or, I said in class I watched a really good one about how groups like ISIS come into power. Power of positive thinking, anything like that. Does not have to be math or science, but it could be if you're interested in that. And so pick something that you're interested in. So that kind of gives your members an idea about what you're about too. So that's nice. And pick something that you're interested in, post it, email it. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then the other thing that you're going to do is have to set some deadlines. So obviously these discussions are going to have to start before the due date. Additionally, you're going to have to stop the discussions, or at least to have a lot of stuff discussed ahead of time, so that the scribe has an opportunity to write a well-written 3/4 page report, if you will, about what you guys discussed in the video you guys watched. So you're setting some deadlines, you're picking a video, and then the other thing is you're responsible to report to me anybody who's not participating. If they're not participating, go about your discussion. If they were the scribe and then they just kind of disappear, then just assign somebody else, or maybe the leader, you could take it over. You guys can sort that out. But then let me know when you submit your document, this person was not there, and then I will follow up with them and figure out what happened and take care of that. So you have to be the leader and you have to be the scribe at some point in the term. There's 4 of you in a group. There are 4 videos to watch, so it all works out. If you're not the scribe or the leader, your opportunity is just to discuss. So all you're going to do is participate in the discussion, watch the video, and let them know what you thought, prompt some discussion questions, and that's it. Okay. So your due dates. Your due dates are here on the bottom. So September 30th, October 16th, and so on. Again, you can get them to me anytime on or before those dates. So if you and your group want to do them all in the next 2 weeks when you don't have any assignments, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, that might be good for you, and go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I just need them by the due dates. You'll notice that the due dates don't go very late. I know the end of the term gets really hectic, so I put them all kind of up front so that they're done and over with. Below that, you have your group members. So if this is my group, Noah, Rebecca, Shannon, and Taylor would be my partners, and I would be collaborating with them using the tools below. So you have collaboration, which is a chat room sort of thing. File exchange is just putting a bunch of files on Blackboard. I don't think it's a really great discussion tool. Group blog is a good discussion tool. The discussion board is clearly meant for discussions. The journal is great. It's just a document that you guys can all edit. Same idea with the wiki. And then you can send emails. So that's probably how you'll get the conversation started. And you can group email. So under this available to select here, okay, I don't have anybody because I'm not in a group. And so it looks a little bit different, but you will have your group members. And so you just select all and then put them over to the selected side. Once you've done that, you can send to everybody. So write a quick email. Hi guys, I'm volunteering to be the leader. Here's what I'm thinking. Who wants to be the scribe? Or you could email one person individually if you're the leader and you want to send something to the scribe. Who knows? Okay? So you can use that email function. It'll go directly to Blackboard. Again, you're avoiding the slc.me business. So that might be a really useful tool for you guys. The other options I said is you could do, like a Facebook chat, and I'll show you how to set up a Padlet. That's a really good option as well. Below your group tools, you have this assignment, okay? So it says big ideas, discussion, submission. So that's where the scribes are going to submit your documents. You guys will all use that same link, okay? So if you click on there, it just says that you have 20 possible points, and you're either going to write the submission, which I don't suggest. Attaching a file is better, okay? So if you attach this file, browse computer, you can upload a Word document. That's probably the best. But you can write the submission right in Blackboard as well. If you just click that, it'll open up a text box for you. Either way, okay? So every time a scribe goes to do that, you can enter the information there. All right, so let's go back into that for a second. Somehow I got out of there. Okay, so if you're in here and you decide you want to do a Padlet, if you're not interested in Padlet at this point, you can turn off the video. That's all I have to say about your group thing. Make sure you meet the deadlines. If you have any questions, let me know. Post them on the question wall. Again, the question wall is here. Okay, it's just a Padlet. Post your questions. Okay, if you are interested in doing Padlet, go to padlet.com, okay? And it's a free thing. Sign up for a free membership. You don't get a lot of emails from them. I think it's the one thing I'm signed up for that I never hear from, which is awesome. Once you're signed in, it'll look something like this. That being said, you won't have this stuff in the middle because that's my old Padlets that I already have made. You won't have any made yet. What you're going to do is make a new Padlet. It'll take a minute to create, and then it looks like this, blank canvas to work with. This little jester hat looking thing takes you back to the home page. I'll go back to new Padlet. This addition symbol, okay, yeah, your Padlet is ready. So basically that means I added it to my list, but I wasn't ready for it, so that's okay. This is just basically a little snapshot of my home page and tells me all my other Padlets. This is probably what you're going to use after you make your Padlet. You can share it on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter. You can export it as a file and then upload it if you want. My favorite option for you guys would probably be just to email it. So what it'll do is it'll email a link to all of your group members, and that will let people go to it and or subscribe to it, and then they can access it and add stuff to it. Then below that, this is just information about the Padlet. There are 0 posts. I made it, no big deal. Information or question mark is obviously help. This thing that looks like a settings is how you modify, okay? So the first thing you can do is you can add a photo of yourself if you're the leader or not. It doesn't matter. You could just use one of the preloaded like happy face. Make a title for it. So TED Eds. Description, put whatever you want. I would suggest putting the due dates, okay? So the current due dates. You can change this anytime, but the most recent due date that's coming up. So you could say, start discussion this day, end discussion this day, submit by this day. Put them there so they're right front and center, everybody can see them. Wallpaper. Wallpaper allows you to put stuff behind it. So you'll probably notice in mine there's kind of a variety, but I try not to pick anything as crazy as chessboard. But there's a whole bunch of preloaded ones, or you could add your own. I don't suggest adding your own. It takes a little bit of time and getting used to, and for this assignment it doesn't really help you. But you can, if you're going to, make sure the dimensions of your picture are 800 by 400. Otherwise, it like tiles it and it gets all funky. So 800 by 400 if you're going to upload your own. Layout. How do you want people to post? Do you want them to do free form? Do you want it to be in a stream? Or would you like it just to be a grid? Okay, so it'll do like a collage thing for you. I usually like free form and stream. Stream is really good if you want a chronological order of things. Privacy settings. Exactly what it sounds like. You can password protect. You can make it totally public. Add people by username or email. Notifications. Do you want me to send you an email daily to say what's going on with your Padlet? Probably not. Usually you can just come in and check it out. This is the address for your Padlet, or you can change it. You can change it to something fun. You could say padlet.com/TEDEDSGroup1 or something like that. If you want to copy it, so you could copy it and do it, have 4 Padlets, 1 for each, that would be awesome. So you could do copy with posts or without posts if you want to just copy the kind of the template of it. But they're not too hard to make, so it doesn't make a huge difference. And then you could obviously delete it. Clear all the posts. That might be what you want to do between different TED Talks. I'm just going to delete it because I don't need this. It was an example. Okay, so that's Padlet. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to post on the question wall in Blackboard or come see me during class.